Welcome to our chakra consciousness reading for March. Almost said May. March sets the tone for May. What are you creating? To start with, I'm going to pull like an overlying card. Two are popping out from the Rumi Oracle. It is 1, so reconnecting back to your spirit, heart, home, and it is the right choice to be choosing you as the number one for you, for me, for us. The right choice. You are the one, and this is the bottom card, is beyond the threshold of fear. It is the right choice for you to choose you and push out of your comfort zone, say yes, do something out of the extraordinary, and really, I want to say push yourself to the limits, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean like expand and stretch your capacity to think what you can hold. And the other message coming through really strongly about that is, as we're stepping into the crown chakra consciousness now, so when I'm working with the chakras, I work with 8 chakras, and I work with, so the ear chakras are included, and I start from the crown and I come down. So this is about expanding your capacity and energy of what you can hold, but the reality is you already hold a lot. And in this, I already hold a lot, Hannah. I'm at my wit's end. I'm at my capacity. And the thing is that God has given you this much to hold because you can. And it's not that I'm holding it all and I'm like over responsible. Like, no, it's like, no, God's given you that much to hold. And you're at this point because I don't know what the right words are to explain it. It's like you're given this much to hold and the capacity, and as soon as you flick the switch, right, and become the one because you've made the right choice, and it's about stepping beyond the threshold of fear because, oh, look what's underneath that, the passion for purpose, and then Divine Mother manifests. So it's like God gives you that much to hold, and you're at this capacity expansion breaking point. It's like you're not brokenhearted, you're broken open. You're not at breaking point, you're at breaking expansion point. You're at the expansion point, right? God only gave you and God only ever gives us what we can handle. And then also you are stretching yourself because you're preparing for your next level. That's the only reason you're at this capacity point right now. And when you realize that, you're like, of course, this next level requires me to expand more. It requires me to hold more, right? And it's like you're at this capacity point now, let's say, because you're ready for the next level. And when you realize that, it's not sort of like more like, it's not like a bottleneck anymore. It's like, oh, there's way more space up here. In your next level, there's way more space. There's way more capacity. There's way more. Do you get it? Okay. So into the crown chakra. And okay, there's a couple of things underneath here. So we've got fear, the swan, and what's this other one here? The butterfly. How about that? Oh, it's the butterfly and the eagle. Let's see if I can pull them all up like that. They were sort of sticking out, yeah? So just messages for the crown chakra. Fear, so moving beyond the threshold of fear is a common message, yeah, for March. Beyond the threshold of fear, the fear card, the swan, which is transformation, trusting the psychic gifts, so trusting your psychic information, the eagle, and also the butterfly, right? We know the butterfly is about transformation. And interesting too, so the butterfly has a really strong message in the animal transference deck, which I really, really love. Let me just see what's jumping out about it. Transformation and change, like of course we know that, but there's something in here. You could be close to initiating change within yourself and your life. You may be on the precipice of transformation, creating new ideas, beliefs, and perceptions. You could be approaching a profound shift of consciousness, allowing more color, creativity, and beauty in your life. Butterfly supports you to see the light in situations playing out around you and to develop a more positive perspective. Hence why you're not at breaking point, you're breaking open. You're not at your capacity, your capacity to expand, right? There's so much more space up there. Of course, it's like, oh, of course. The crown chakra, the cat, independence, healthy boundaries. So independence, healthy boundaries, and then you have the serpent, which is the snake, the healing, and then you have movement. So be on the move. What does that mean? the cat, the snake, and movement. So this is crown chakra. So sort of like past, present, future for each chakra, but more of just like a total sort of overlying message. So that's the crown. Okay, just seeing there's something else in the butterfly wants to come out. Yeah, more importantly, so again, the butterfly from the animal transference healing, the most importantly, the subtle but sensational changes occurring within you, allowing you to let go of fear, creating a rebirth. Beautiful, heartfelt changes will occur within and around you through the magic of the butterfly. And this is the part where it's just like, there's a message in there. It was saying butterflies only live for 2 weeks. So I'm like, it's like a 2-week rebirth. I know rebirth takes a lot longer than that, but it's almost like when you're in a dark phase, it's like give yourself that birthing like cocoon. Allow 2 weeks to let yourself be in it. It could be faster, it could be shorter, but I'm like, healing takes time. Let's not rush this, guys. Okay, as we move to the third eye chakra, we have an Archangel Michael card. This one is insights that come from quiet meditation. The cat's very quiet as well. The need for more sleep, time off, seek relief from stress. So this is the past. In the right now, in the third eye chakra, we have the Emperor, Archangel Uriel, stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans, taking back your power, healing from this situation, yeah? So stepping into your power and taking charge of this situation, ambitious plans, I want to say that lead to success. Doesn't say that, but it's rolling off my tongue. And then with the movement card, we have the Lovers card, falling in love, a new emotional situation, people, places, and things that light up your heart. It's not what the cards say. This is just what's channeled through. What the actual card says is make choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitment, the power of love. I want to say, like, it's interesting, right? Because ambitious plans, taking charge of this situation, and it's leading to a new love of life, or you literally will be meeting someone, or you just have met somebody, or the rekindling and spark of your own life is coming back, and it's like the masculine and feminine. It's like, oh, like you're finally on path. You're finally on path, so to speak. So that's very interesting because it's third eye as well. It's like you're seeing the truth, Archangel Michael, like the insights that come from quiet meditation time, and it's really like allowing yourself to go inwards to receive your information, guidance, direction, and power, rather than, you know, relying on like myself for intuitive insight, for example, or any other reader. I just feel like you've been taking back your power in, sure, listening to other people, but what does your intuition say? Yeah. Okay, in the ear chakras, interesting, the Cupid, after we've just come out of the Lovers in the third eye chakra now. This is pink, the ear chakras are also associated with pink. It's new beginnings, opening, it's awakening from the slumber, it's a new consciousness, it's feminine healing, it's divine balance, because there's 2 of them. So the Cupid card, falling in love with yourself and your life, opening your heart again, feeling safe to open your heart again, allowing yourself to feel the joy again. Something about that. Lots of heart healing going on. Your heart has been on your mind. And this is ear chakra consciousness, right? But the ears and the heart deeply connected. And this one, entrepreneur. So your projects, interesting. So in the right now card with the third eye is the Emperor, ambitious plans, stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans, and the entrepreneur card coming out. So third eye and ears. Entrepreneur card says, self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. And this is the orange, the sacral chakra, which is where we gestate our life purpose. So we've got the Emperor, stability and efficiency. So interesting, that's in the right now, in the third eye and in the ear chakras. And in the future section for the ears, sorry, I'm just getting like, just tuning into what it is specifically for March, because I know where I'm talking about the chakras for past, present, and future, but for March. Okay, I'll just let that sit for a minute. So technically future position in the 3 is for the ear chakras is go for it. Go for gold. It's like third eye. You're seeing clearly, ambitious plans, taking charge of a situation. I want to say taking charge, taking responsibility, taking back your power, seeing what you need to see in your reality to bring your ideas to fruition, right? The serpent is healing from crown chakra right now, healing from past experiences and the ideas that are streaming in. Your entrepreneurial endeavors are correct. In the ear chakras in the next 6 months is go for it. It's like time to take action. There's lots of action. It's almost like, so this is March, so don't wait around. Don't put off what you know you have to do today to leave it till tomorrow. Like when you get intuition to do something, do it now, right? The fastest way to success is to implement your intuition that you receive about something you must take action on now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not in 6 months, today. Like as soon as you get the intuition, the faster you can act on it, the faster you'll stay plugged into superflow, the more efficient you will be. Like your intuition, you know this, your intuition is always leading you to the fastest, most efficient route to your dreams and your desires and everything that you're trying to manifest. I'm like, the fastest way to manifest anything is to stay connected to your intuition and implement as soon as it comes to you. With confidence, the assertiveness, interesting in the ear chakras, there's 2 pinks, so Cupid and the assertiveness. Is it like trusting your intuition? It's standing up for your truth. It's holding your ground. It's, you know, believing in yourself. Go for it. It's the entrepreneur card. It's the ambitious plans. It's like, you know what to do. Now it's time for you to implement it with the confidence that you're being given and shown. So that's ear chakras in the balance. The cat's still jumping out at me for the technical past position of the cards. When I say past, present, and future, it's really just like the 3. So I've got the 3 cards, past, present, and future position. As we're doing the chakra consciousness journey of all the chakras for each month. Yeah, so it is like, it's sort of like past, present, future, but it's sort of like left, right, centered. You know, it's like, what are you balancing in your chakra of masculine, feminine? Ooh, here we go. What are you balancing as masculine, feminine to bring to fruition in the right now? Oh my God, I love that so much. See how when you just start something, it evolves and gets better? Do we need to say go for it on your entrepreneurial ideas? Because it's time to take action, the Emperor, because it's healing and it's healed. You know, so if we look at the cat, it's like there's obviously more information that the cat was showing us there about the masculine and feminine. You know, the cat, healthy boundaries, the movement is, you know, the crown chakra, the movement and the future position. I'll keep saying past and future, but it's like left and right, masculine and feminine, to bring into balance of what we're implementing in the now. Actually, I just really love that. I don't know why I never thought, I don't think I did that for February because I only just started it for February. I'll say it and I'll say it again and I'll say it 50 million times because it's obviously my message as a life purpose queen. If you want to find your life purpose, it's so important to like go for it and just start now. And the faster you implement your intuition now, the more you stay plugged into superflow, the more information you'll get. Your ideas are correct. Claircognizant, Archangel Uriel. This is for the throat chakra for March. Your ideas are correct. Can you trust your intuition and put them into like voice? This is also about action, the movement, the crown chakras, the ideas, like move the energy of the ideas that are coming through. Archangel Uriel, like if you see rainbows or lightning bolts, you know, it's like this is your intuition. This is the next dimension. They've come from the other dimension. They've come from the other world to trust your intuition to implement this. In the past card for the throat is Archangel Azrael, the comfort. I'm helping you in time of healing your heart, in your time of need, helping your heart to heal, the technical words. This is about somebody crossing over to the other side, mediumship, so throat, so technically in the past section. So, you know, if we want to say the past is the left-hand side is the feminine, could be the masculine, like, yeah, just, you know, whatever. Balancing masculine, feminine. So I am getting specifically for the left-hand side, the feminine, for the comfort for Archangel Azrael. So if somebody's passed over, they're really like showing you that they're your guide, your spirit guide. The wreath that he's holding is really jumping out at me, and like whatever a wreath means to you, but there's something symbolic about that. Is it wheat? Who knows? Something about really recognizing the legacy that they've left, or tapping into their inspiration of who they were, how they impacted you. And it's like, it's almost like, can you, like the stars are really jumping out at me on this. It's like, can you please really acknowledge the knowledge and healing that's come through from their passing, and it's time to implement that, right? It's in the right now is the serpent, and in the right now is the peace. Now, you would have heard me harp on that the more peace we feel, the more on path we are with our life purpose. I'm also hearing like, don't repeat mistakes. Don't repeat their mistakes, or don't repeat your mistakes. And it's time to follow the path that brings you the most peace, and anything that doesn't, it's literally time to walk away. The future of the throat chakra is overcoming difficulties, but technically in the future. And this is the masculine, this is the movement, the forward movement, go for it, the lovers movement, like movement, but also like if there's something you need to walk away from it, because there's good things coming in, but you need to trust your ideas and implement them for that to occur. When we tap into the heart chakra, mermaids are calling for this, Oracle of the Mermaids. Okay, the heart, letting go. So interesting that in the past, and remember the Cupid is also in the past for the ear chakras. Sorry, I'm just getting the light. The Cupid is in the past, time to move on, letting go. And it's so interesting because the heart in the letting go in the past is also about letting go, the adrift. This is like one of my favorite cards in any deck ever. Letting go, allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. You know, like when we're giving up, but there's a difference between giving up, surrender, walking away, and just actually letting God take you. And it is in that place where you just don't know and you're just lost and I don't know. And that really happens after a big life change, whether somebody has passed away or you're going through a massive transition. And it's like, just let God take you through the current. Like this message in the card is really like allowing, just like a mermaid would be drifting with a current in the ocean. We know how strong the currents can be at times. It's like, just let God take you to your next destination. And you will know when you reach there, because you'll feel the feet. You'll feel the sand on your feet or your head, depending on where you're resting in the water, right? Let go, let God, let yourself drift for a time. That is required, and it's okay. So it's interesting. There's lots of like action, movement, you know, your ideas are correct, you're entrepreneur, follow the path of most peace, but there's also a bucket load of letting go, right? And this is when we are letting go, when we are walking past we are going through a transition, and we might be clear where we're going, and we're like, yes, but there's so much letting go still, right? Like look at moving house, for example. Like there's a new house, yeah, it's so exciting, and then it's like, oh my God, there's the old stuff and I've got to pack up, and oh my God, am I cleaning out? Like how many people do like a massive clean out to like give to the good Sammies or whatever, like when they move? And you don't, by the way, you don't have to move to do like a big clean out. It can really like help your life. So maybe you need to do that if you're not moving. This isn't like a message like you're about to move, but maybe you are. Receptivity. So this is the heart. In the right now, in the heart is a beautiful divine feminine. If you can see, there's a hummingbird. Hummingbirds are deeply connected like to the ear chakra consciousness. In the ear chakra consciousness, they literally are the animal totem for the ear chakras. And it is about the frequency shift. Frequency shift change, the ears, the heart, and the base chakra are intricately connected. You always hear me talk about that. So the ears about receiving, the heart is about receiving. Allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to give. So it's like a balance here. But just with the hummingbird, there's like a frequency shift that's going on. So if you're all over the shop, it's okay to adrift for a time, because you're literally going through a DNA shift right now in your body, in your frequency. Like if your body feels weird, like your cells are literally changing. That's the weirdness. Sure, there's lots of cosmic stuff going on, all those things, but at the same time, your cells are literally changing. Oh my goodness. In the future position, technically masculine future position for the heart chakra, another lover's card, falling in love. Kissing the divine in another, in yourself. Actually, I have a lot of favorite cards in decks, especially the mermaid deck. Literally falling in love. Like, there's the lover's card in the future, and then there's also this one. So third eye and ears. Sorry, third eye and heart. Very interesting. There's more to say about that. I'm going to leave that for a second, and we're going to tap into the solar plexus. Almost missed it and went straight to the sacral. So in the heart is the homeland, is the turtle. Turtles are very connected to the earth. And so the homeland, this is like finding your home. And it's so very interesting, right? The moving, the letting go, whether you're moving physically or not, like I said, you could be moving a lot of energy. There's a lot of movement, and hence what I was just saying then, if your body is feeling weird, you're literally undergoing a cellular restructure with the light, with the cosmic rays, with all the things going on. Like, you know, is it DNA cosmic upgrades and light, or is it radiation coming from the sun? Is it detrimental or is it positive? Depends who you listen to. What I believe that we have the capacity to handle a certain amount of radiation. Sure, I don't believe that, like, go and put yourself in a danger zone, but I don't think it's not as bad as what they say. I don't know how to put this into words. Like, for example, you know, it's not cosmic divine light coming from the beautiful solar flares. It's actually like radiation from the sun, and it can kill you. Like, but is it? Right? And where I'm going with this is that whatever's going on is that there's a lot of movement, right? The cosmic stuff is creating a movement of energy. Go for it. It's time to run with this wave, okay? And you're overcoming difficulties. There's two lover cards in the decks. Okay, the homeland, arrival, a journey ends, establishment being settled, adrift, letting go of old relationships, coming into independence, the cat, the crown, the healthy boundaries. Archangel Michael, insights that come from meditation. You've been really working, the third eye, been really working on undoing past patternings and healing your trauma and your childhood stuff, and it's making great leaps and bounds forward. The serpent, the healing, the crown, the emperor, you know, your ideas and ambitious plans are correct. The entrepreneur card in the ear chakras, it's like brand new cycle, a brand new, you know how I said the ear chakras is like a frequency shift. It's a new reality awakens at the ear chakras, and it's like entrepreneur, right? When you're an entrepreneur, it's a whole brand new world. Like, you live a completely different life, and follow the path of more peace at the throat, and then at the heart is the receptivity, again with the hummingbird, to confirm this frequency shift and this beautiful, huge DNA structural, complete different life that is being created right now. So at the solar plexus, it's really interesting with the lovers and the falling in love card, and I feel that there's a bit more to come through with that. That was like almost half the deck, so I'm going to keep shuffling for this solar plexus. Solar plexus, yellow, taking back your power, showing the world what you're made of, confidence, trust in self, in your decisions, in who you are, in keeping your blinders on and just doing you. Okay, so overlying card at the solar plexus. Come back. Can we just rewind to the start of this this training, this chakra reading is radical expansion at the solar plexus. So if you're feeling stretched beyond capacity and measure right now, need I say any more with the radical expansion card? Like, it's such a beautiful thing. Look, it's like pouring out of her heart as well. I don't know if you can see that on there. It's literally like this massive lake serpent rainbow dragon like coming out of her heart. Hello. So in the past cards for the solar plexus, 2 stuck together. I just left them there. So the top one is loving compassion, and the next one is the gracious receptivity. No joke. Gracious receptivity. Are you receiving the capacity to expand beyond this current level? This DNA cellular shift, that was a cellular shift, DNA cellular shift right now. In the right now card is the healing. We already had a healing card. Crown chakra healing, solar plexus healing. When our solar plexus is destroyed, trampled on, disempowered through toxic relationships, or any time you felt disempowered, our brain, I want to say, gets detrimentally disempowered at the same time. We shut down, we stop believing in our ideas, we don't know who we are anymore, we lose our mind, right? And that's really solar plexus and solar plexus and crown, can't talk today, deeply intertwined. And both the healing cards from 2 different decks have come out. Okay, so your ideas are correct. Pretty sure it was one of the first cards, wasn't it? No. Where's the bottom card of that deck? Oh, Fierce, Swan, Eagle, Butterfly. This one did come out in the throat chakra, Uriel, to trust your ideas and take back your power in that way, and the entrepreneur card, and follow the path of most peace, and the receptivity, your ambitious ideas, you know, like they are correct. And it's just so amazing to me that the crown and the solar plexus both have the healing cards, which is really symbolic that you are healing from such deep trauma wounds. We have the lovers, falling in love, the lovers, and look at this for the solar plexus, harmonic flight, complete divine balance. That's so powerful. It's like the movement is creating more love in your life. The movement's creating love, the movement's creating harmony, the movement's creating the balance, the movement. If you're not moving house, move your freaking body. If you're not moving something, move something. The energy in your house, cleaning out, all those things. So it's interesting, right? In the past is the loving compassion. Remember I said these 2 are stuck together, the loving compassion and the receptivity. In the heart chakra, sorry, I need to keep remembering where I'm at. The heart chakra is also the receptivity. And what's interesting to me is in the past of the solar plexus is loving compassion and gracious receptivity. It's like, have compassion if and when you're adrift, right? And Archangel Azrael is comforting you because it's bringing new love into your life, and you need to walk away from the old, or you have, and the insights, you've been really doing the inner work, all the levels at the third eye, and the cat is being independent and healthy boundaries. You're birthing a new way. When you're birthing a new way, have compassion for yourself, because your whole structure is going through a massive shift so that you can receive more in all levels, in all ways, receive more ideas, be able to trust those ideas, take action on them, and also to bring that beautiful love into your life. Like, we've got 3 lovers cards in this March with the radical expansion that's like blowing my mind. Okay, sacral chakra. Just gonna move these so I don't fling the whole stack of cards off the desk. Okay. So, sacral for March. Sacral for March. Okay. Goddess, and be willing to forgive. A lot of forgiveness has been coming up in February, in our month of love, in all of that. But interesting, in March, this, and it's the past card, the Goddess energy, which is another gracious receptivity, receiving card, coming back into your Goddess power. The sacral chakra card for the actual sacral chakra is in the right now. What nourishes you? Isn't it interesting too? I said that in the, this is crown, third eye, ears. This is in the ear chakra, and the entrepreneur card came out and I said it's orange, which is the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra, the actual sacral chakra card did come out. So right now, as you're coming down, you're birthing these ideas. You've healed something, the crown, the serpent. Your ambitious ideas are correct. Take charge of a situation. What you're now structuring in reality is creating the stability for you. You're an entrepreneur, so remember this power in your ideas. You're really bringing it into balance at the throat. The more peace you feel, the more on path you are. The receptivity, allow yourself to receive at the heart. You're healing from all the things that disempowered you, and that allows you to really clear out any addictions and birth and gestate your purpose, right? Remember, any new creation requires a cleaning out of the old, a finishing up, a tying off, and like I want to say downtime, like inner time. So what's the future card for the sacral? What do we got here? It's like maybe you need downtime, inner time, which you quote unquote did at the third eye chakra there in the past. But this also feels like when we're gestating something, I mean, like a pregnant mother might go around like, I'm pregnant, but more like she's in a lot of rest mode, right? And, in a sort of like rest, but it's more about quiet, no, not silencing, honoring what you're birthing, yeah? So the future card for the sacral is the clairvoyant card. So, and look, I was just saying like honor what you're gestating, and it's like she's got the bubble or the, what she's seeing with her clairvoyant eyes there, which is two mermaids like prancing around, if you may. And it's really like, so clairvoyant third eye, I always talk about the third eye and the sacral chakra are deeply intertwined because it's like one from the top and the bottom, and this, you are profoundly clairvoyant. It's like, if we look back to the third eye, what I just said, your ideas that have healed, right? You've healed your crown, and so your ideas are correct, and they're creating a foundation of stability and efficiency at the sacral chakra where we actually gestate them. You're profoundly clairvoyant, so it's like doubly confirming this, yeah? It's like doubly confirming your ambitious plans, yeah, because the third eye, so at the sacral, what you're gestating is like there's double confirmation, right? Now, remember, it takes 9 months for a baby to grow in a womb, 9 to 10 months. Like, give your project, your relationship, your career path, like whatever, your baby, like you don't sit there and like, okay, you're done yet? Like, come out, well, maybe at the end we do, but it's very much like, there's a process that happens from conception to birth, right? And so I think when we're an entrepreneur, we sometimes forget that. We forget that there's a gestation period, and then there's a birthing period, and then there's a success period that, it's like if we know how to stabilize that, continues to be successful and grows with the radical expansion. And it's like, I want to say give yourself grace, and I think that that's what all the receptivity, gracious receptivity, the path of your purpose is. The more peace you feel, the divine balance is like part of that receptivity of like, whatever you're working on, there's a divine balance that happens. Sometimes it's here, sometimes it's here, and it keeps moving. But as we're moving, it's like we're moving forward, we're moving forward. It's not, do you know what I mean? Like that's a strong feeling for March itself. There's many spiritual guides around you. So pay attention to the signs that you're receiving in your physical and your spiritual world, and really getting that message about your clairvoyant. Like I feel like your third eye is opening and you are seeing more with your gracious receptivity and the things that you've been working on. You are receiving more psychic visions, and if you're scared of them, it's only because you're being pushed to learn about your skills, like to hone your psychic development skills, which is everything we do in Life Purpose Legacy, right? So I feel that you are receiving a lot more psychic visions and needing to understand what that is for you, right? To decipher, but at the same time, deep confirmation of like sacral chakra and that. Okay. What are the cards for the base chakra? I feel like, wait a base chakra cards, calling, hello, calling. Probably integration too. What have we got for integration? Ooh, the witch card, hang on. Sorry, I thought I had the chosen decks for March, but obviously not. Okay, so the base chakra cards that we're calling Work Your Light Oracle. Bring that light down to earth and birth it. Heaven on earth. In the past, tune in to the portal of your heart. So lots of heart healing still going on. Hence with, like we had February with Valentine's Day and the love month, if you want to call it. Okay, so base chakra. So the bottom card is unbound. So undoing, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. What have I just been saying about the cellular DNA shifts? Your body, if your body feels weird, your cells are literally shifting. That makes sense what the lovers card. So the lovers, the falling in love, the harmonic flight, the harmonic balance, I want to say, is creating like the cellular restructure is because this is an overlying card for the base chakra. You have untethered yourself from whatever has been holding you back. So when we look at base chakra obviously is our physical reality. It's where we birth physical babies. It's where we birth our project. It's life purpose. It's trust. Solar plexus is trust in self. Base chakra is trust in life, in God, in life, right? We're really trust in God, trust in self, trust in life. Money, finances, safety at the base chakra, right? Obviously sexuality, sensuality, base chakra. And it is about like physical reality. And it's so interesting, like this feeling, and it's interesting the full moon's on it. So we've just gone full moon from the timing of this release of this video, 1st of March. So like we've just gone the full moon, and not even just the full moon, but you've untethered in your physical reality from things and structures, hence the big structural change that we've been talking about and the cellular change. You've untethered yourself from soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Because you have untethered yourself, whether in the last 5 months, 6 months, 5 years, or 50 years, right? Undoing past lives and soul contracts, which you can do at any time, hence with Archangel Jeremiel, like you're overcoming difficulties, and that is at the throat. And so the throat chakra and the base chakra are very interconnected, and Archangel Jeremiel is the third eye archangel, and it's about seeing the truth in relationships, and he helps you with life review to untether yourself so that you can create a different base reality, like physical reality, like we're here in base reality, 3D reality, whether you like it or not. We do live in a third dimension, apparently. It's a whole nother world subject, but it's like we are in this physical reality. So you've untethered yourself and your base. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a bit like moving house. It's a freaking like chaotic mess, and we're like, really ungrounded for a while, and you know, unless you're used to moving or whatever. But you know, it's a big ordeal, right? And it takes a while to settle. And I always say to my clients or anyone, when you move house, 3 months before your energy lifts, and then you move, and it takes 3 months for your energy to really arrive in a place when you move. And then really on a longer term basis, it takes 3 years to fully land in a place, right? And so when you're looking at untethering yourself, look at where you have been in the past 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. And really looking at like what you've really untethered yourself, because this has a big, for some reason, this is a really big effect for March, because it's very base chakra focus. Interesting. So great gathering intuitive, it's all coming together, intuitive hits. So this is in the right now. So again, it's all coming together, trusting your intuition, and soul tribe, which again is like the sacral chakra, healing, receptivity, entrepreneur. Like you're also attracting new people, circumstances, and places, hence the unbound and untethered, and it's all coming together. So same with like at the sacral chakra and the ascended masters all around you, the great gathering and like the soul tribe, like there's all these beings around you and new friendships, new environments, new places that is really, I want to say, affecting your DNA and cellular structure and change in the way that you're receiving, all the receptivity cards here, receiving information, receiving your purpose, receiving in general. Your whole energy being has shifted because you're now in receptivity mode. Doesn't mean that you're not taking action, but the trauma shell has dissolved and now you're learning a whole new way of being, which can be very unsettling and untethering because our whole physical reality has collapsed and we're learning how to do this reality now. And like a prime example, when I say to mediumship clients, for example, like when somebody passes away, of course physically they're dead, right? Like they're not here anymore physically, but we know that the soul lives on. We know inherently somehow we know that the soul is still alive somewhere, but they're not in that physical body anymore. Like there's some deep, real confirmation of feeling that it's such a soul truth that everyone agrees with, right? No matter what religion, we all tend to agree with that. And so even though what I say to my clients is that just because they're physically died, you know that the soul still is alive and still lives on. And what's now happening is you're now learning how to communicate with the soul without the human body. You're now learning how to have a relationship with this person who's now just a soul rather than the soul in the human body. And everyone can also agree with that. And so I feel that analogy, if you may, also is like what's happening here with you untethering from your old reality and now like all these new adjustments and covered in goosebumps. Like there's so much coming in, like under the Ascended Masters card, which is the bottom card of the deck, the overlying message for the sacral chakra is actually the crown chakra. And you can see there's like the waterfall stars coming down, and it's like that's how much energy is really pouring into our atmosphere, into your soul. Like as you've released yourself from these soul contracts and unbound and untethered your reality, new information can come in. So interesting, right? Like the imagery is, you know, very base chakra, untethering from all the soul contracts, etc., blah blah blah. And it's almost like the base is like dropped out. Like it hasn't, but it's like if we're untethering from that, it's dropped out. And maybe we have because we've elevated up to a new frequency and vibration, hummingbird, new frequencies. And as that drops away, more can come in. Yeah, more can come in when you've dropped away. So like I said, the movement card at the crown chakra, if you're not physically moving, move your body. If you are moving your body, something in your house needs to move or some, I don't know, career shift or whatever's going on, you'll know what it is. Maybe you've already done it. Maybe you've just done it. Maybe you are doing it. And it's interesting. So the final outcome card, the future card for the base chakra is also very similar to the unbound and soul contracts. It's call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. And so it's very interesting that that's technically the future card of the base chakra, the masculine. And so when we look at that, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Now in all of the future cards, the masculine side for the chakras, movement, so forward movement, lovers, go for it, overcoming difficulties, falling in love, so the divine, the lover's card. The solar plexus is harmonic flight, divine balance. You're profoundly clairvoyant at the sacral and the birthing of that. And this one at the base chakra, call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval. And I feel that this is like, I want to say don't get attached. Now what I mean by that is like you've just untethered, so don't retether. Don't call back the old. But what I feel this is about if there's more healing to do, or if there's just bits that you have to catch. Now I'd say, okay, there's more healing to do. You can't go forward until there's more healing. If all of the cards said healing stuff, but they don't. They say divine balance, movement, go for it. You've overcome difficulties, and you are overcoming difficulties at the throat. Throat and base are very interconnected, remember? So you are overcoming difficulties. Archangel Jeremiah is helping you see the truth about that, and call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval when you need to. New moon, new cycle. You know, it's not like you have to do it all the time, but it's like you'll know when you need to. I was just saying with one of my clients who just finished up my Life Purpose Accelerator 12-month inner circle with me, is like, you know, it's like, I'm like, you're good. You know, like in the last couple of sessions that we've had, I'm just like, you're done. Like, you've healed. And we know that it's not like, oh, you've healed and you're perfect now. And it's kind of like, the space in between healing deep trauma gets less and less, and it does get to a point where you don't have to deal with that shit anymore, but you become more conscious of it. So if the soul patterns, contracts, and past lives start to rear their head, you're like, oh, I know that, and you heal it like that. Why? Because you've done the work, and you've taken back your power, and you know how to cut your cords, and like, you know, it's like call back your power. It's like you are doing that because you're living it. You're living it. Okay, integration. So I do, when I work with the chakra consciousness, there's actually 9. I said 8. The 9th one is integration of all of the chakras. And so I'm going to pull a card as integration for all of the chakras. I don't know if I did it this way last month, but I'm doing it this way. And these are the witch cards, a woman in total control of herself. This is one of the most brilliant gifts I've ever received from a client. I so love this deck. I never even knew they existed. Woman in total control of herself, riding on the back of a dragon. I'm like, yes, fucking please. If you haven't experienced that, you must. My Meet Your Dragon Spirit Guide meditation, it's $15. You can find it on my website under the audio meditation section. Brilliant, brilliant meditation. Activate DNA strands, visit dormant past lives to activate and reactivate codes to take into future lives, to activate, switch on, to pull into timelines. And the dragons are definitely heart healing. They're very connected to the crown chakra and the heart. When the dragons are around, it is the year of the dragon, isn't it? When the dragons are around, they're at the crown chakra consciousness. So I speak about them a lot in crown chakra consciousness and Life Purpose Legacy. But when they are around, the heart is being activated and the heart is being healed. So very interesting for our 2024 Black Line, given the live stream I did on that just the other day and what's happening with that this year. Okay, so crown chakra consciousness, integration cards. The Exile, very interesting, with the white owl on her shoulder. You are coming into your power, and this reminds me of like the lone wolf. You are receiving a lot of insight, wisdom, and it's okay to walk alone for a while when you are the exile, because you're actually a truth bringer, a truth bearer, and you actually it's like you're embodying even more wisdom for your time to come back, so to speak. The Alchemist of Pain for the third eye chakra consciousness. So the Alchemist of Pain, turning your pain into your purpose. I was going to say your past pain into your purpose. Very much so. The meditation, Archangel Michael, the inner work that you've done, trusting the ideas, the Emperor in the third eye, taking charge of the situation, the ambitious plans, the Alchemist of Pain, right? And it's the Lover's card. So you're literally taking past experiences and transforming them to your highest purpose right now, third eye. So this is the ear chakras, is the divine masculine. How about that on the ear chakras, which is one of the most feminine archangels. Interesting, the chakras are archangels. Ooh. The divine masculine comes out at the ear chakras, so bringing even more balance to the feminine. So each chakra has a masculine and feminine side, right? So crown has more masculine and feminine, third eye does, and I go into detail in this in Life Purpose Legacy with the advanced chakra consciousness courses. There's a whole course on each chakra, right? And so we did talk about this. So each chakra has its own masculine and feminine in itself, right? And then as a whole, they have more of a feminine or masculine stance. So the crown is feminine, third eye is masculine, ears are feminine, throat is masculine, heart is feminine, solar plexus masculine, sacral feminine, base chakra masculine. And so it's interesting that at the feminine of the ears is the masculine, holding the divine balance. So much divine balance right now. So if you're entering into a relationship, I feel that this is a very positive, balanced, grounded relationship. And if you're not in relationship or attracting a relationship or around a relationship, and this is a technical future, well, it's an integration of what we've just discussed for March, right? But you are coming into a beautiful divine balance in a relationship. It is a healthy path. But if you're still, and just little like disclaimer to what I just said, if you're still hanging on to the old relationship, that's not what this is. Like, do you know what I mean? That message is not for you, because you need to release the old. Archangel Azrael, I'm helping your heart to heal of old pain. Adrift, let it go. Cupid's like, let it go. Like, you know, like all those things. Healthy boundaries. Like if you don't have them in your relationship, you know that that message I just shared about the divine masculine is not for you. This is the integration of it all. If you're still hanging on to the old, you can't integrate it, can you? Interesting, yeah? You haven't transmuted the pain yet of the third eye. It's all about relationships. Okay, this is so interesting. So that was ears. At the throat, which is at the archangels here. Sorry, my desk is a mess of all different cards and all different decks, so bear with me. So at the ear chakras was the archangels, overcoming difficulties, the path of peace, and Archangel Azrael, we just spoke of, I'm helping your heart heal of old pain, is the trailblazer. And she's literally got a lion and all the animals around her in the forest. Sounds like someone I know. The lions and the wolves and the ocelots and the owl, and the beautiful moon. Ooh, who does that remind you of? Anyway, the trailblazer. When you transmute your old pain, third eye is where that card specifically came through. Archangel Azrael, helping your heart heal of old pain. The more peace you feel, the more on path you are. And overcoming difficulties, Archangel Jeremiah, seeing the truth in your relationships and moving into your future without the pain, you become the trailblazer. As the integration of all of that, you become the trailblazer. So interesting with this integration. I really don't remember if I did it like this last time, but this is how I'm doing it this time. See how they're evolving? So at the heart chakra, we have the adrift. So you could be in either, for each chakra, there's more information evolving. Each chakra for the month that we're doing, it's like there's the past, the right now, the future, then the integration card. There's the balance of the masculine, feminine, the past, the future into the right now. And then there's integration. So you could be in the past, you could be in the right now, you could be in the future, or you could be in the balance of what you're creating in the now, or you could be in the integration phase of them. Interesting. Take a pick. and like for each chakra, you might be in a different avenue of it. That's so interesting. I'm creating a system here. Do you see that? More, please. So, heart chakra adrift. The receptivity that you're coming into as you heal your heart, as you surrender and let God take you somewhere, because new love is entering your life. And the integration of the heart is the Selkie, who has reclaimed her skin. Need I say any more? At the solar plexus, we had the receptivity card, again, the gracious receptivity and the loving compassion. We had the healing card, remember, and you're healing your brain as you heal the trauma of being disempowered. And then again, another divine balance card. So the integration for solar plexus is thief of peace. If it steals your peace, it is not for you. Covered in goosebumps. If it steals your peace, it is not for you. But I feel like you're coming back into a place where you're not allowing that anymore. You're taking your power back. This is solar plexus, yeah? At the sacral chakra, we have the actual sacral card that came out. We had the You Are Profoundly Clairvoyant card. And we have the Goddess and Be Willing to Forgive card. So the integration of that is Madonna of self-compassion. And it's like you're coming into a whole nother way of supporting yourself. Remember I said that, and you're birthing the ideas. You're feeling safe to gestate the ideas and trusting the visions that you're having about the ideas that you're creating. You've, you know, a lot of forgiveness. You're coming back into that divine self-care, which again is that self-compassion. It's like you're not beating yourself up anymore. You're really honoring who you are and the truth of who you are. So yes, that's solar plexus, but the nurturing compassion of it, like this is a real deep feminine of like, you're not going to beat yourself up anymore. It's like the light mother instead of the dark mother. Yeah. So you're really coming into a place of learning how to mother yourself without the beating up, without the negating of who you are, without doubting yourself and all of those things. The base chakra, as we went into, is around like the untethering yourself from all those past bad things. You've got the protection card, call back your power, cut your cords, soul retrieval. I'm hoping that this sound has been okay the whole time. The great gathering, the inner temple, tune into the devotion of your heart. And interesting, it's the bard of truth at the base chakra. It's like, can you trust yourself some more? Like you're really coming into your power about your truth and who you are as a person. Like this is your mission, the bard of truth, like, and you're reclaiming your power about that, hence untethering and retethering to a new reality where this is just your birthright. Whoops, that had nudie boobies on there, so hopefully I don't get like, you know, anyway, they don't like showing that, but anyway. Overlying card of the whole reading is like the integration of the integration. The story keeper. You have a voice, a mission, a purpose. You have what you have been through in your life has a purpose, and it is a story that you need to share. In whichever way, shape, or form, this is for you. Like this is March, like coming out. It's like birthing that. It's like, it's almost like don't shut the book anymore on who you think you are. It's like come out and share that with the world, because the world is waiting for it. But actually your soul is waiting for it. Your soul is waiting for it. I love that. I love this. It's beautiful. This is March chakra consciousness reading for each of the chakras. If you loved this, definitely give me a like, subscribe to my channel. If you would like to book a personal private psychic reading, I'll link up below, or if you want to work on a longer term basis, if you want to go through my one-on-one private mentoring chakra program, it's very in-depth, it's very, very potent. So you can send me a message about that if you'd like information, and I shall see you next month for our April chakra consciousness reading. And remember, if you want to go into the depth of each of the chakra consciousness and the advanced chakra consciousness courses and programs, and learning to trust your intuition, develop your psychic abilities, heal trauma, and create the future you desire, that is all in Life Purpose Legacy. I will definitely link that up below, and I shall see you next month.